Yo, Wagwan, it's that guy. Someone told me today that Denzel Curry actually cut his dreads, so I'm gonna get right into this because I couldn't believe it off first glance, man. I couldn't freaking believe it, because we know Denzel Curry with the epic lock. You know, he's been rocking some epic locks in the past. As of lately, his shit's been looking like this. I think he started combining a lot more dreads together to really make just 3 on his head. 1, 2, 3, okay, maybe 4 on his head. He did have the thinner twisted dreads at first, and then he started combining them into more and more, into less and less actually. So this is really what his dreads were looking like just before he's had them cut. Now it's cool to see here that he's kind of have them tied up. There's a lot of length to them in the back. What is your thoughts on how many dreads that he has on his head here? He has this 4 on his head is in entirety. So I guess as of lately, he's been just kind of keeping it simple with his dreads, and his dreads have definitely changed a lot over the years. Like looking at this picture here, we see that he's got the roots rubber banded. The ends have been dyed at one point or another. Pictures like this, we can really see the texture of his locks. You know, they're not scarred really in any way because he has been free-forming them out. He does have bleach in there. Apparently he didn't give a fuck during a certain time of his life that he just started dyeing his hair. He didn't care about the consequences of it. Pictures like this really show the single braids, or sorry, the skinny dreads that he's kind of got on the ends of some of his wick that are happening here. And you can see here, you know, very smooth and flat dreads compared to the ones that he first started that were thin and twisted at the bottom. Now, cool picture with AK the Savior here. He used to have dreads as well. Everyone seems to be cutting their locks off real quick these days. Again, here we can see kind of just how great his locks were. And then we see this where he says, "I've reached a new chapter in my life. These locks that I hold in my hand represent the dead history, the past that I eventually had to grow, the past that I eventually had to grow the smaller lock, represent the time I had to live with the fact that my older brother passed away. The larger part represents my breakup and letting fucked up and phony people in my life drive me to the point of dyeing my hair because I didn't give a fuck about anything or anyone. But as time went on, I started to find myself, and I'd much rather let go of the past and allow my growth as a human being to continue." So he wants to grow as a human. He feels like he's not stuck in this dreadlock phase of his identity anymore. Sad to see that he did make the lock chop, but you know what? A lot of people can chop the locks and grow them back real quick. So it still stands as once a dread, always a dread. I'm sure he'll ultimately be back as a dread once again. Just sad to see this happening. And the locks that he's holding in his head his locks that are holding in his hand here don't seem to be the full lock that he's cut off. It seems like he's cut it at the freeform point or so. And I hope this is true. I hope he hasn't gone to a shaved head, because that'd be kind of boring from dreads. And I'm not sure if this picture is after he cut them or what, but it is showing that he still does have some locks attached, even though he did make a chop on some of them. It does show some length on some of these two, but some shortness on the rest. So again, I think he just cut off those areas of his dreads that held on to those memories, his brother passing, people fucking him over, and now he's letting his dreads grow back out, kind of like as a new him. It's really cool to see people do go through changes with their dreads. And hopefully Denzel Curry here still is keeping the locks growing, as we see in this picture that was posted today. So any thoughts you guys might have on Denzel Curry's current locks, leave it down below. I'll definitely see you guys in the next Dreadlock update lock chop video. So peace out, one love, stay happy and nappy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, we are going back to daily Dreadlock content. So I'll see you guys then. Peace!
The nation. Dreadlock.